So today I'm going to, probably can't see it, or maybe you can. This is an orange wine, and it's easily one of the craziest I've ever seen. You would think this wine is bad or some kind of mutant wine with all these floaters in it. It's absolutely made in a, I'm assuming, natural style. Never had this. This is Verdelho, which is from McLaren Vale, South Australia, and I have no idea what to expect. But I saw it; it wasn't super expensive. Vintage 21. I expect this to be as funky as an orange wine can get. And as I'm tasting this, I'm just going to do sort of an unboxing of some wines, hosting a wine party, and the theme is bold wines that are not Cabernet from around the world, at least as best as I could do. Didn't quite get every single one I wanted, but I think I chose 7 that will work. So some of those are in here, some of those are not, because some I already had, but I'll go through what the purchase was, because there's some interesting comments about some of the wines I did buy. I did buy for some for myself, and there's a lot of wine to go through. So maybe thinking about cutting it into 2 videos, but maybe not. Let's see. So this thing, I don't even know what to expect. I expect weird tannin. You know, with the purple light behind me, it's impossible to know. So it doesn't smell as austere as I've had some orange wines that I expect this to taste like, or still possibly. So maybe it's going to be more pleasant. I've been still trying to find. I was just watching a video of mine, and I specifically am not really into pet nats. I tried it, a trend, I'm good. Orange wine's still pretty trendy and interesting, and it is an ancient style of winemaking. But I don't know that I've explored it enough to know if I really like it or not. So I'm still on that exploration path. So, gosh, it's interesting. Gosh, it looks like it's going to taste like something outrageous, and then it kind of doesn't. Meaning doesn't taste outrageously out of the norm of a white wine here. The tannin, typically with these there's just a level of tannin. This does not have that. This is surprising. Smells like mandarin skin, maybe a little apricot. Faintly though. Nothing enormous. This is very interesting. Something else in there. It's definitely like an orange zest aroma. There it is. There's some tannin, but it's minimal. For an orange wine, this is minimal tannin. As much as this definitely, if this was what they're calling a well-made orange wine, I could see that. This is pretty good, especially for the price. I think it's interesting. I'm glad I'm trying it. It's definitely very different to some of the other orange wines I've had that had this real pronounced tannin, which were mouth puckering, and almost a funk sour beer type of thing with some Brett. This doesn't have any of that. This kind of, if I closed, yeah, on the aroma, you could tell there's just something a little different, slightly funky, like the slightest bit. 5% out of 100. On the palate, you do detect a little of that tannin, but minimally. You can mistake it for just being a full-bodied white as well. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think I'd buy this one again. Let's be perfectly honest. I think it's nice to try. I think it was like 20-something bucks. I have one more, and seems fine. I'm gonna pair this with a burger tonight, and I think that'll work actually with this. So, very interesting, very, very interesting. So, there's the other one. So I did get a second one, and yeah, there's a ton of sediment on this thing. Well, what if there's any bottle variation when I try the second one? Be interesting to see. So what else? Barolo. I love this one. This is the 2019 Albay GD Varja Vajra Barolo. I think this wine is $35-ish. I got it for, yeah, $35-ish for a really, really solid Barolo. I think it's hard. I'd be hard pressed to find something at that high quality for that price for Barolo. I think that's definitely up there in that price range. So here's a Bordeaux Right Bank 2018 Clos d'Artois, mostly Merlot here. This is from Saint-Emilion Grand Cru, so this will be in the wine party as a Right Bank, well, or French bold red, and I'm hoping it's going to be bold. 2018 is a good vintage out of the Right Bank of France and Bordeaux, and this is Merlot heavy. So I've had that wine before, but it's been a while. Amarone, always a monster wine, another one for the wine party. So Amarone, this is Tomasi. I think this is 15% alcohol. You know, Corvina, Rondinella, Molinar. I know there's some other grapes now allowed, but those are probably the primary three in here. Typically pruny, raisiny, big, dark, dense type of wine. They've gotten a little more restrained, I've noticed over the years. So another Barolo, inexpensive. The Silvio Grosso 2019 Barolo, I think this is pretty solid. I think this is even less than the Vajra. I think it's just under 35, maybe 32, 33. But, you know, weekday Barolos, I guess. Love this Pinot, this Martinelli. I know I've been talking about this, or when I did the video, I was waxing poetic about 2021 Bellavina. This is their entry-level Martinelli Pinot. I can't say enough about this. That's $40. One of the best Pinots for $40 I've had in recent years from California or Oregon. Really, it's got the delicious factor. It's got the elegance. It's tremendous. 2021 being a great vintage out of Sonoma County. Great Malbec, $20. This will be after wine tasting wine. Crowd pleaser, the Kaken Ultra Malbec. So it's the Kaken's got a number of different ones. This one was just $20. Great wine for $20. So where Malbecs kind of have gone in various directions, that one is still solid for that price, and it's a great second wine of the night, third wine of the night, especially for $20. This I saw someone buying, and I was curious what they were buying, and I saw this. It's a Brunello Petriolo, 2017 Brunello. Brunellos are always minimum 40 and up into the hundreds. This was like $27 on sale from 45. It's the only reason I bought it, and they don't have that many left. Curious to see what this has. Is it they're trying to get rid of it and they marked it down that much, almost $20 a bottle, or is it just kind of a inexpensive Brunello, not made super well? Guess I'll find out. I always buy Chenin Blanc. So Sauvignon from the Loire. It's just not got any age on it, but it was $27. Oh, Kermit Lynch. Sometimes you can follow, when you don't know what a great wine is, there's certain importers that really do well. Kermit Lynch is one of the great importers, I believe. So almost all the wines in their portfolio that they bring in are exceptionally good, or mostly good. Higher quality than maybe your standard importer, or an importer that is just not as particular as Kermit Lynch, the wine merchant, is. So this Sauvignon, I don't find that many Chenins. I always like Chenin Blanc as the grape, so 2021 Chenin, $27-ish, $28. This one is amazing. This is a big, bold wine. The grape is called Durif. This is Camus's Suizon Grand Durif. The grape is Petite Syrah. The other name for it is Durif. It's a mix between Syrah and Pelourgin, and the grapes called Petite Syrah, and it's very big, bold. This wine is almost $60, but anyone I've ever tried it on thinks it's great, because it's a steak wine for sure, but it fits in the theme of this big, bold wine. And I bought 6 of these, $15. My wine of 2023, the Rioja Ramirez de la Piscina 17, 15 bucks. I got 6 of these as wines to have after the tasting, because you really can't beat them. Oh, this is just for some of the food I'm cooking, a LBV port. Another one for the tasting is Blue Eyed Boy 2021 Shiraz. I think they're out of McLaren Vale and not Barossa. Definitely South Australia. But last time I had this, it was just a big, bold, juicy, dark wine, and I thought it would fit well. I haven't had it in a while, so I kind of took a shot in the dark, but it's about 60 bucks. The winner of the competition will get this Frank Family 2019 Cab. I think this wine in the under $60 range retains all the elegance, the boldness, and complexity of a great Cabernet in Napa, where some of the other prices are starting to get to 70, 80, 90. Artemis is 90 something dollars. I think this kills Artemis. Maybe not kills, but is better than Artemis, and is now almost half the price, almost, which is outrageous. Outrageous. So that's the unboxing there. This wine leaving a little to be desired. I guess I just expected it to be crazier. I mean, it looks like an abomination. It really does, with all this the amount of sediment on the bottom. I don't think I've ever seen that much left over. I'm assuming it's just dead yeast cells, but I don't know. Anyway, gonna go make my dinner, and these are the wines. I may or may not do a video post-wine party about all the wines if I just keep all the bottles. I'm gonna keep all the bottles and see if I remember the tasting notes of each individual one. The most expensive one in the tasting is going to be a Malbec. It's gonna be the Argentino from Catina, and that wine is awesome. The best Malbec I've ever had, bar none. And unfortunately, it's about 100 bucks, 100 something now, 110. It's phenomenal. We'll see if that one takes. I'm gonna have people guess countries, and then possibly also, I'm sure they'd be rating what they like or they don't like as they go around and taste 7 different wines. Well, that's it. Little disappointing here with this wine. Really such a letdown. I do have 2 amazing, I think amazing. It's an amazing producer, Gravner, and out of Italy. And I have his Merlot, which is 2011, supposed to has some funk to it. Haven't opened it yet. That was a very expensive red. And I have his Ribolla Gialla, supposed to be like one of the pioneers of orange wines, or pioneers of the resurgence of orange wine, but it's supposed to be like super, super funky and copper amber colored and really high tannin and all sorts of crazy stuff. Actually, I'm tempted to do a Horvin of it, but I'm gonna wait till I do I'm gonna get some Uni. Been having a real tough time finding Uni. I'm gonna do another one of those videos where I get some West Coast Uni and just pair it with like 5 or 6 wines, and one of them may be that orange wine. Orange wine and Uni could really work, I think. I think it would work with this for sure, although this isn't super high level, I think, or high quality to me. It's just fine, but nothing amazing. That's it. Have a good night.